Hi everyone, this is Elizabeth Cermak from Your Highest Light, and I am here today back from our trip from London and Liverpool, which is amazing. So I was supposed to actually come on at 3:33 on Tuesday this week, but I was not feeling well. After our trip, I should have known that I did not handle jet lag too well. The trip was completely amazing though, so I just kind of wanted to come on today because I know next Tuesday and the following Tuesday is Christmas and New Year. So I just wanted to come on today to say hello, to say Merry Christmas, and just to talk about a couple things to keep you motivated also throughout the holidays. So like I said, my name is Elizabeth Cermak from Your Highest Light. I am a master life coach and a certified spiritual coach. I'm also a licensed clinical professional counselor. So I combine my psychotherapy skills, cognitive behavioral therapy, with spirituality to help you upgrade your thoughts, upgrade your actions, and upgrade your life, and mostly connect with that higher power, connect with that universal power that's all around us that we can't see but that we can feel, and to catapult us into a new life. And really, that's what's happened to me. So today I'm going to talk about angels, and I'm actually going to do a card reading as well. So we're going to talk, I love the angels all year round, but especially I love talking about angels during the holidays because they are all around us, and there was something so special about London. So, I always say, I have a history of really pretty severe anxiety, and I've had it since I was born. I've had it since birth. And, it's really what kind of got me to go into the counseling field. It's what I got my master's in counseling. I worked as a licensed clinical professional counselor for 10 years. And my specialty is in cognitive behavioral therapy. Hi, Anna. Good to see you. It was so good to see you, and Debbie and Gary. So my specialty as a therapist was really in cognitive behavioral therapy, and I really went deep into cognitive behavioral therapy, and I learned how to help my clients. I learned how to help myself. And cognitive behavioral therapy is really thinking differently and doing differently in order to feel differently. Now, I am no longer practice therapy. I am now a full-time life coach, but you will never take the cognitive behavioral therapist out of me. It's part of who I am. So I always will incorporate those techniques into what I do. But the thing for me is learning how to think differently and learning how to do differently. It helped to an extent, but what I really needed was the spiritual piece. That's what was missing. And when I found that spiritual piece through studying, for me, it doesn't have to be like this for everybody. For me, it was meditation, it was yoga, it was studying A Course in Miracles. When I found that spiritual piece, and even connecting with the angels, doing my angel card readings, when I found that I could connect with, there was something more that I needed. I couldn't just rely on myself. And when I found that I could connect with that universal power, and learned about the law of attraction and manifesting and positive energy, and that is really what helped me. So it was those two things combined. It was not just the cognitive behavioral therapy. It was not just the spirituality. It was those two things combined that really catapulted me into a different life, to the point where I don't even recognize who I was back then. Like I feel like a completely different person. And so my goal, my job is to help men and women, and I'm going to be clear about this soon in a post, because I realize there's a lot of people who say, oh, I help women, and I'm in a group, and I think there's it's all women, and I think there's a lot of people who are out there to coach women, or maybe just men, but I actually do both, because my job is really, I look at my mission to help people to see that there's nothing to fear in this world, and to question our reality of this world, and to look for the limitless peace that lies beyond. And that's what we're going to talk about today. So back from London and Liverpool, I have my Beatles Christmas shirt on. It was an amazing time. My husband and I, it was our first time together. My husband was there when he was young, but it was our first time in Liverpool, and just to be there and that Beatle energy. As you guys know, we are both huge Beatles fans, freaks, and just to be there in that Beatle energy and to see where it all happened and where it all began in Liverpool was so amazing. We got to see Paul McCartney twice, once in Liverpool and once in London. And we met up with so many friends, so many fans on the run. I mean, we've made friends from all over the world. Were at a table at dinner, and took a picture. There was somebody from Japan, somebody from Germany, somebody from South America, people from Scotland, from England. It was just amazing, because we've met all these people. I've always been such an introvert. I've never had a ton of friends, and to have this experience, my husband and I met. We both love the Beatles. We found something we love. We follow Paul McCartney around, and for us to have made all these friends. It's like I'm a different person. And it's all because of what I practice as well with the spiritual and the CBT. You know, it's all about what I practice with my life, and that's what's helped me to have this like fabulous life that I have now, that I'm so excited to help other people as well. So, hi Mark, so good to see you guys. Hi Spiral Designer, good to see you too. So I'm on Facebook and Instagram. And I just wanted to really come on real quick to say our trip was great. I had a couple of clients this week who were like, you survived. I don't know. So I had to come on and say I survived. I had never experienced traveling that far. So the jet lag for me, being an empath and everything, you know, the jet lag for me was a little bit rough, but it was totally worth it. It actually, I loved every bit of it, even the jet lag. So, it was just completely amazing. We saw Paul McCartney played in London, and Ringo Starr joined him on stage. So I got to see two Beatles on stage together, which was just completely amazing. So I just kind of want to come on and say hello, Merry Christmas, I'm back. I hope everybody has a great holiday season. And I just one of the things that I wanted to talk about today was angels, because well, I talk about angels because I do angel card readings and I love angels, but what's so amazing, and if you guys have any questions, hi, thank you, Spiral Designer. So if you guys have any questions, put them, I will read them. So put them below and I will answer them. Or even if you watch in the replay, do #replay. And this will be on YouTube later, so if I always forget to ask people, if you're on YouTube watching this, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, okay? So I wanted to talk about angels today, and as you guys know, I love angels. I do angel card readings. I do the Archangel Jophiel doTERRA blend. She helps to uplift our thoughts and beautify our surroundings. So I love the angels, and what I loved about London, and I'm going to share a bunch of pictures on my blog later, is that it was full of angels. The Christmas decorations this time of year, it's all angels all over London. It was so beautiful. And you know, I was talking to a couple clients this week, and there seemed to be a universal theme, as there always is, you know, and one of the themes, one of my clients said that he likes every hour, we decided that every hour he was going to check in, and he liked, when we talk about, you know, meditating, he wanted to do like a little meditation, like if you talk about a Course in Miracles lesson, a lot of times they'll have you like for 5 minutes every hour kind of check in with that lesson, but what he liked was connecting with the energy of the Holy Spirit. And how he thought of the energy of the Holy Spirit is that it moves you forward. It doesn't get you stuck. So he was kind of getting stuck throughout his day. You know how we all get stuck on obsessing over something or if something didn't get right. So he thought of the energy of the Holy Spirit as moving him forward throughout the day. And I love that. So I had another client who we talked about connecting with, so we're going to talk about angels, and A Course in Miracles talks about angels as being the thoughts of God. Okay, so when you think about it right now, if your thoughts are feeling too heavy, if you're feeling heavy, if you're feeling serious, if you're feeling overloaded, you are identifying too much with the things of this world. So when you, and the problem is so complicated. So the problem feels so overwhelming. It feels so complicated. And the thing is, the solution is so simple and is so light. And that's what I have to offer. And what, any spiritual teaching has to offer is the solution is light and easy, because we do not want a super complicated and heavy solution to a super complicated and heavy problem. So the solution is light and easy. And the solution is connecting with your angels, connecting with the Holy Spirit, connecting with the universe, connecting with the universal power, connecting with love. That energy is lighter. So if you think about what thoughts right now I want you to think about this, and you could write this down. If you're watching this in the replay, go ahead and pause it. Think about what thoughts you are having right now, write it down, that are causing you to feel heavy. Need more light and easy. Yes, light and easy. So that's where we want to go. We want to go in the direction of light and easy. So that's what I was working on with a client this week too, is to identify with the thoughts that are lighter, that are easier. Those are your angels. Those are the thoughts of God, okay? So those are real. The heavy stuff that's of this world is actually not, ultimately, in a spiritual sense, it's not even real. The light and easy is more real. So when we think about connecting with, think about the thoughts that are making you heavy. You know, I want you to write those down, the heavy thoughts, and then identify with some thoughts. You know, so the ego speaks first and speaks loudest. So this is going to be probably the second thought that you have. Identify some thoughts that are lighter, that are easier. Okay, so think about, I want you to make 2 columns. It could help to make 2 columns in a journal or something. Heavy thoughts and lighter thoughts. So those thoughts are, the lighter thoughts are your angels. Those are the thoughts of God. And I want you to, this week, especially this weekend and going into the holiday, think about, look for the angels. And I did a 12 days angels challenge last year. I didn't do it this year, but I did one last year. So we're not going to do it this year, but I want you to look for the angels and tag me on social media, Elizabeth at Your Highest Light, Elizabeth _ Your Highest Light. So tag me when you find the angels, if you find angel decorations or whatever it is. And even if you have a thought, you can write it below, you can send me a message that's lighter and easier. Those are the thoughts from your angels. Send it to me because I want you to start connecting with your angels, especially this holiday season. One time, my mom and nieces and I were sitting in church. It was kind of like, this was on Christmas Eve. It was kind of like a stressful, you know how it is, a little stressful. You get together with your family, all this stuff is going on. And it was the end of the night, we're sitting in church, and I saw this angel, and it was just an amazing thing. I pointed out to my mom and my sisters, and my mom and my nieces, and it was more like, it looked like an angel. It wasn't supposed to be an angel. It was how the curtain was, and it was like just this miraculous moment. So if I wasn't paying attention and looking for the angels, I wouldn't have seen that, and we took a picture of it. It was just like, so it was, it felt like a miracle. So if you're not paying attention and watching for the angels, you won't see them. And if you're not paying attention and watching for those lighter and easier thoughts, they're going to pass you by, and you're going to hold on to those heavier thoughts. So hold on to the lighter and easier thoughts. That's just a theme. Those are the thoughts that you can trust more, too. That's a theme that has been with my clients this week. Today's the solstice. I don't know about you guys, but I feel a little bit of a lightening in the energy today. It is the winter solstice, and we're actually celebrating that, the light is coming back. It's celebrating the light returning to our lives because the days will be getting longer, but also this is a darker season. So don't be afraid of that darkness as well. So when I talk about darkness, I don't mean dark like dark thoughts or anything like that. I mean like inward, going inward. So don't be afraid of that. I have a lot of people say, oh, they don't like this time of year, too dark, and they can't wait for it to get lighter. This is the time to go inward. As an introvert, I love this time of year because it's a time to be alone and spend some time with God and your angels and go in and do some exploration. So the Power Path, the Shamanic Power Path Healing, I get emails from them. They suggest actually today welcoming the new season by doing something physical, like moving something around in your room or, something like that to actually to release the past and to welcome the new season. So, and it's the full moon tomorrow, so it's just this huge deal for releasing the old, manifesting the new. So think about what thoughts that you want to get rid of, what thoughts are heavier, what thoughts you want to leave behind. Maybe do a ritual tonight where you burn those thoughts. And then what are the lighter, the thoughts of God, the angels that you want to bring with you into the future and to this new season and to the holidays. And so please, I would love it if you guys would tag me when you find angels and let me know. You can write below about what your thoughts are that are from the angels, the easier, lighter thoughts, or you can always send me a private message as well if you don't want to put it on publicly. That's okay. Oh, what was in the doTERRA blend? So it's I have it with me. Oh my gosh, it's the Archangel Jophiel blend, and it's a lot of citrus. It smells so good. This is mine. It's a lot of citrus, and it's also geranium and a little bit of peppermint. So it's all things that uplift your thoughts. And it comes with a beautiful angel ornament as well, which I don't have the ornament with me. But yeah, so if you order it, I can share the link below. I'll share the link, and if you want to order it, you can order it from me. So yeah, the Archangel Jophiel blend. Okay, awesome. Okay, Moon Shadow. Hi, Moon Shadow. So good to see you. Okay, let's see. I just want to see if anybody else has any questions before I go. Ruben, it was so nice to meet you in London. I got to meet all my Facebook friends. When I first started doing social media, it was like, I thought, it was back in the day when everybody thought it was kind of weird, and I'm like, I never thought I'd make so many friends on social media and then meet them later, and then they're always so amazing. I mean, more amazing than I could have imagined. So I love social media. I think it's just, hi Sally, good to see you. And Derek, I love social, and Emily, hi. So I just love social media. I never thought I'd be saying that, especially when I worked in the middle school. I worked as a school counselor in a middle school, and I didn't see a lot of good things about social media when I worked in the middle school, but now I do. So I love it. And happy solstice, Moon Shadows. Happy solstice, everybody. I hope everybody has a wonderful season and finds your angels, and please tag me when you see them. Oh, I was going to pull us a card. So I have the universe has your back. We haven't pulled a card. I kind of got away from doing that for a little while. I do it on my stories, but I haven't been doing it in my videos. So, and you guys, just so you guys know, after the new year, it's going to be Tuesdays at 3:33 that I'm going to be starting. I had been doing it at Tuesdays at 3:33, but you know, the next 2 Tuesdays is Christmas and New Year's, so that might be a little bit rough. So I'll go on live, I'm sure, and those times, I don't know exactly when, but after the new year, it's going to be Tuesday at 3:33. And also, I wanted to tell you guys, I'm going to be offering a coaching group in the new year. And I'm working on it, and I really want to make the solution, like I said, you know, our problems are so complicated. I want to make the solution simple and not overwhelming. So I really, you know, what I specialize in, like I said, I specialize in anxiety and spirituality and cognitive behavioral therapy. So I am really trying to put everything I know into this group. And I need to hear from you guys. I need to know what you need. I need to know what would help you and what you want. You know, I have an idea of just from my clients and from my experience, but I would love to hear from you guys if you guys have any suggestions, because it's going to be an awesome group. I'm really excited for it. I think it's going to be about 10 people, and it's going to be affordable, and it's just going to help people get to the lives that they want, you know, attract more beautiful things into their life. It's going to be about manifesting. It's going to be about thinking positively. It's going to be about not just thinking positively, thinking realistically, thinking in a more helpful way, and catapulting your life, you know, into a new direction. Okay, anxiety is a challenge, tips on dealing in those moments. Okay, great. Oh, good to know. So anxiety is a huge challenge for me as well, or has been in my past. So I have so many anxiety tips. And it's good to know, I think sometimes people, it's good to know that people want help with that, because sometimes I think people call it different things as well. So sometimes when I say anxiety, I don't know if people are necessarily connecting with that. So good, I'm glad, thank you very much. I'm glad to know that. Okay. So anybody else, if you have any suggestions, let me know below. I'm so glad to have any suggestions. So I definitely will add that. Well, I already have that, but it's just good to know that that's something that you need. Okay, so this flipped out, so we're going to go with this card. It says, when I lean on the faith of the universe, peace becomes real. And oh my gosh, that's totally what I have found in my life. So like when you lean on the when you lean on the faith of the universe, that's another thing that's been common with my clients is faith. Just having faith, like that's huge. Having faith that what you're doing is going to work. I have one client who he has faith that his meditations are going to work. He has faith that what he's doing is going to work, and just having that faith. It's funny because he's very scientific, and what he really needed was the spirituality, and he doesn't even want to talk about science. It's like all about what's helping him is connecting with faith and connecting with spirit. So when you lean on the faith of the universe, peace becomes real. And that's really very true. It's, you know, we all tell ourselves stories. If you think of our feelings and even our anxiety and everything like that, all being stories that we're telling ourselves. So like I was listening to Lindsay Mango yesterday, and she was talking about how, you know, when you feel stuck in your business or your life or whatever, or uninspired, it's a lie. It's really just a story that you're telling yourself that's causing you to have that feeling. So if you think of, we're telling ourselves stories about ourselves all the time and about our lives. And if we're telling ourselves, make the story awesome. So if you're telling yourself an awesome story, I have an awesome life, I get to go see Paul McCartney, I have these awesome friends. You know, if you're telling yourself this awesome story about your life, you're going to feel so differently. But if you're telling yourself this story, if you're feeling bad, you're probably telling yourself a negative story. And believe me, I could go either way. I could tell myself, and I have in my past, I have just told myself just all the negative things about my life. And I've learned that to tell myself a different story. So let's start telling ourselves a new story. Okay? I love you guys so much. I will see you. Also, how to know when anxiety is telling us to change directions and when we should listen to when it's just fear. Yes, I think that's a great topic. So thank you. So when anxiety is telling us to change directions and we should listen, or when we know, or when it's just fear. And I think that's something that comes with practice, but that's definitely something good that I can focus on in the group as well. I think that's something that comes with like learning how to follow your intuition and knowing where it's coming from. Like, is this coming from like a calm spot? Not a calm space, but a space that says like, get out of the way, the car's coming, you're gonna get hit? Or is this just fear talking? And I think a lot of times in this day and age, it is just the fear talking, because we don't really have a lot of things to be afraid of in our world, because we're pretty safe. So, but thank you. That is a wonderful question. I love that. Okay, so anybody else? Okay, love you guys so much. We have Prudence. She is always so relaxed and asleep when I do this video. So I hope I answered that question about the anxiety and fear. I'm going to think more about that, and I'll post more about that as well later. Okay, I love you guys so much. Peace and love. Have a Merry Christmas, Happy Solstice, and I hope everybody has a wonderful weekend and a wonderful holiday season. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.